down the right field line for strike two. Johnson and Johnson on the left side. We'll get to the outfield right now. In fact, it's Van Norman in left, Black in center, and Gillespie in right for the Doc Stewarts here in game two of our doubleheader. Check swing. He did not go around that pitch in the dirt for ball one. A 1-2 count as he digs back into the box. Two away, nobody on base for the Titans here in the first. Off speed, got him looking and want him to go down. Strikeout. First strikeout of the night for Drake Bourgeois. He gets a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Don't strike water for your home. Trust more well drilling, keeping Douglas County green since 19. Top of the second inning, Doc Stewart's in front 1-0. Tonight's game brought to you by Bimart. Score big at Bimart where you can get ready for yours. Well, we believe we have gotten the video stream up and running. It may be a little bit laggy as we catch up here, so stick with us there, folks. We hope that up and running there for you and running smoothly here in a few minutes. First pitch for Cody Johnson, fouled away as he takes on Hunter Brown. 1 run on 2 hits in the first inning to the Doc Stewarts. Lights starting to come on here at John Young Field at the Hamlins in Springfield. 0-2 count for Cody Johnson after a pair out in front of a breaking ball, fouls it away to stay alive. 0-2 count for Cody Johnson after a pair out in front of a breaking ball, fouls it away to stay alive. He'll have an 0-2 count still against Hunter Brown. Norman due up here in the second inning for the Doc Stewarts. 0-2 pitch for Hunter Brown. Lined right side on the short hop, taken and then underhanded to first by Wyatt Sales, the second baseman. He'll make the play for the first out. Couldn't in the air and then makes a nice snag off the dirt on the short hop. And that'll retire for out number 1 here in the second inning. Jay Stoffel batting next, the DH for the Docs here in game 2, batting for Drake Bourgeois. Pitch to Stoffel, he takes on the inside corner for strike 1. Not play in game 1 of the doubleheader. So he'll take for ball 1. So Stoffel coming up to the plate, batting 200 on the year. 1-1 count for him. Nobody on. Breaking ball he takes for strike 2. I'm in here in the top of the second for next is Luke Van Norman. Behind the plate here in game 2, Cade Chris catching for Hunter Brown. Out at first base, Zach Hart. Second base, Wyatt Sales. At shortstop, Bryce Betcher. And Walker Wanham at third. Second. First pitch swinging for Van Norman. He fouls it away for strike 1. In the outfield in left, Aiden Bray. In center, Tristan Vidal. And is Isaiah Burke. Oh, 0-1 pitch to Van Norman is low. A 1-1 count now where it's left fielder. Van Norman had the only extra base hit for the Doc Stewarts in game 1. Had a double, 1 of 4 hits for the Docs against Walker, who got the 10-0 victory in game 1. Sharply hit ball to left field for Van Norman. He'll get on with a base knock. And Van Norman continues to do a 2-out single. Goes past the Docs. Will send 9-hitter Jacob Luther to the dish. to try and keep things going here in the top of the second. Docs leading 1-0. Well, the Roseburg Renegades has wrapped up behind us. Last I heard, the Renegades were winning 5-3 against the Springfield Millers in a non-league game. First pitch swinging for Luther. Lifts this into the... It's caught by Tristan Vidal, and that'll wrap things up for the Docs. Doc Stewarts get one man on base, but that's all they can muster here in the second. No runs on one hit. The Titans, the one man left on. It's 1-0 still as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Doc Stewart's in front on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490, The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on CBC.com and KVAL.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Springfield. Isaiah Burke will lead things off for the Willamette Valley Titans here in the bottom of the second. 1-0 lead for the Doc Stewarts. Drake Borsch, his fastball misses high for ball one. Doc Stewart's baseball here on The Score is brought to you by Pepsi and Bigfoot Beverages of Roseburg. Pick up a delicious today. The 1-0 pitch lifted in the air up the middle. That's taken by the shortstop, Caden Johnson, who will catch the soft liner. For one, retiring Isaiah Burke. So one down, and that brings up the catcher, Cade Christ. Christ ending game one with a 3-run shot to make it a 10-run lead and end it early in 5 innings against the low for ball one from Bourgeois. So we did get a final on the Roseburg Renegades game. We will, with Josh Nelson, get a look at the Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update here shortly, so stay with us for that. Call now, 1-2 against Christ. A 1-2 pitch for Bourgeois. Breaking ball got him swinging. Seen the high breaking ball. That one started way above the strike zone. Cut towards the top end of it, but Christ going after a pitch outside the zone. Strikes, punch out of the game for Bourgeois. 2 down, and up next will be the DH, Trey Nelson. First pitch he takes low for ball one. Nelson batting with nobody out or nobody on and 2 outs, and his comebacker goes right to Bourgeois, who fields and throws to first to get a 1-2-3 frame against the Willamette Valley Titans. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. That takes us through 2 innings of play for the Doc Stewarts. They lead 1-0 on top of the Willamette Valley Titans, trying to get the offense going as we go back to the top of the lineup on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490, The Score.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, easy messaging with the station, and others.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother, and I am in America.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Caden Johnson will lead things off for the Doc Stewarts. 1 for 1 in the game for him after a leadoff single in the inning. Docs lead 1-0. He'll take a cut at the first pitch from Hunter Brown. Rolls one to third and across the diamond. Walker Wanham will make the play for Docs Baseball, brought to you by Good Vibrations, solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. It's in the third. 2 up, 2 down so far. And up to bat will be Doran Gillespie. No errors, nobody left on base. Through 2.5, still a 1-0 lead for the Doc Stewarts. Come back in the bottom of the third. Hitters due up for the Willamette Valley Titans on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
At Brooke Communications, our job is to your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door to do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brooke Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Look, Brooke Communications.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
Important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Wyatt Sale, the third inning for the Willamette Valley Titans. Docs leading 1-0 as we start the bottom of the third. First pitch for Sales. He'll ground out to second baseman Jacob Luther. 1-1 up to bat. Let's take a look at our Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update with Josh Nelson. Josh?
Hey, thanks, Joey. So right now at the bottom of the 7th, from what we just heard, Bedford Mustangs are up on Klamath Falls in Klamath Falls.
Now, Aiden Bray, the 8-hitter, batting with 1 out, nobody on. Tristan Bourgeois set, the righty. Off speed, he got him, swing up into the glove for strike 3. Another strikeout for Bourgeois. That will finish things off for Bourgeois in the third inning. Another 1-2-3 for the righty. And the Doc Stewarts hang on to the 1-0 lead as we go to the fourth inning. This is baseball on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all this you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live full, productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Doc Stewart's baseball coming at you here on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score. It's brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop. Go to the fourth inning. Doc's leading 1-0, trying to get some offense going again, scoring 1 run in the first. And since then, they've been shut out by Hunter Brown with a leadoff double, and the Doc Stewart's in business here to start out the fourth inning. Trying to add some insurance in this one. First pitch now to Jet Black is for strike 1. Jet struck out swinging in the first, took a and then swung at a breaking ball that he was a little better, able to get more of it. Fouls it down the third base side. Looking to try and square it up a little bit better here on the next pitch. Back with another breaker. He's been giving Jet a steady swing and a miss. Jet Black will go down. So the breaking ball has been Jet Black's nemesis so far. That's the third strikeout of the game for Hunter Brown. 1 away, and Cody Johnson will bat next. Johnson out to second base in the second inning. 0 for 1 in this contest. Hunter Brown, a second-team Southwest Conference catcher for South Eugene High School this year. He'll be a senior coming up in 2020. On the mound tonight for the Titans. He sends a fastball in, and he gets third base. They send Stone up to third. He will hold there as he was breaking down coming into the bag. A single for Cody Johnson. He gets his first hit. Single to left field. And you've got runners on the corners with just one out for the Doc Stewarts. And bringing that up next is Jace Stoffel, who struck out swinging back in the second inning. The DH for ball 1. Jace will take that pitch high. Runners on the corners, just one away. Fourth. Doc's trying to bring in another run, already on top 1-0. A throw over to first base, back in safely goes Cody Johnson. Doc's trying to end a 3-game losing streak. Last year they split against the Willamette Valley Titans on the season series, going 2-2 in the 4 meetings. Time the two teams have met this year. That ball lifted into left field, drops in for a base hit. Stone will score easy. He read that one right the whole way. Was headed to a single in the second inning. Pitch bounces in, gets off the catcher, Christ, and up 90 feet. Both runners will advance on the wild pitch. Bounced in the dirt, came up and hit ice mask for Cade Christ. Van Norman will have a 1-0 count with 2 runners in scoring position. Has been swinging a nice bat tonight here at John Young Field in Springfield. Had a double in game 1. He's got a single here in game 2. He gets behind that one, sends it in the air to right field. This could drive in another run for the Docs. It's caught by Burke. He'll send it in. Both runners tag in advance. The throw goes all the way to the plate. Trickles into Christ, and a sacrifice fly for Van Norman as he continues to be productive at the plate. Run here in the 4th, now on top 3-0 over the Willamette Valley Titans. And no run total feels like it's completely safe against this Titans. Can really hit the baseball. Up next will be Jacob Luther. He is 0 for 1 in this game as he calls time on the first pitch. He hit a ball field, felt pretty strong, but got underneath it for the final out did Tristan Vidal. Pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Luther a 1-0 count. The 1-0 strike to Luther. Two outs. One runner on at third. That is Jay Stoffel. Docs with 2 runs in so far. Another strike taken by Jacob Luther. So the Docs tables on Willamette Valley here in game 2. They haven't run away like Willamette Valley did in game 1, winning 10-0 in 5 innings, but 3-0 lead as they've gotten the breaking ball, swing and a miss. Luther headed down to first.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get for life.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Docs leading 3-0 against the Willamette Valley Titans. Tonight's game brought to you by Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone's whoop. Leading things off, Bryce Betcher will take the fastball high and in from Drake Bourgeois. Bourgeois facing the top of the lineup here. Betcher, Hart, and Wanham due up for the Titans here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Strike taken on a breaking ball to Betcher. Evens it up in a 1-1 count. Docs on top 3-0. 1 in the first, 2 in the 4th. to pull ahead of the Titans. Try for Drake. Try not to let Bryce Betcher go. His 3-1 pitch. Chopped at. It's charging is Johnson. He can't make the transfer out of the glove, and Betcher will get on safely. And the left-handed hitting first baseman, Zach Hart, will stand in. First pitch swinging, he fouls it off for strike one. Betcher getting on base for the first low roller on the infield. That's a tough play to be made by Caden Johnson. Charging in, he did a nice job to stab at it and get the glove, but as he tried to make the transfer to his hand to make the throw, he was unable to get it into his bare hand, losing the handle on it. Hart stepping out with the 0-1 count. He digs back in now. Takes a strike zone, an 0-2 count against him. Hart did a nice job at first base in the last half inning defensively, digging out a throw from the catcher, Cade Chris, that if another run was going to score for the Docs and it was going to extend the inning after a strikeout for Hunter Brown. But he was able to dig it out of the dirt, made the final out there at first, and saved a run and got out of the top of the fourth. He bats here with the 0-2 pitch. It's high for a 1-2 count. That ball sailing on Bourgeois. Bound to the crouch, had to jump a bit to get to that baseball. Bourgeois delivers a pitch low. Got away for a second from 6, but out at first base. Betcher didn't get a great read on it. He will not try to take second. Count goes to Bourgeois. Hart trying to get some action going for the Bourgeois. Hart trying to get some action going for the Titans. They're down 3-0 here in the fourth. Off speed, that ball up. And heading back behind us. Keep Zach Hart alive at the plate. Two balls will do it again. Bourgeois will check first before coming set. It's a ground ball to second. Luther flips it to second for one. The throw to first. Double play. Docs get it on the 4-6-3 to clear the bases off. Zach Hart grounding into that double play. Bryce Betcher forced out at second base. Luther with the backhanded flip to the 2 down. Bases empty, and Walker Wanham will bat with nobody on. First pitch. Breaking ball carries outside. Missing for ball one is Bourgeois. Wanham struck out looking back in the first inning. This pitch grounded towards short. Picked up by Caden Johnson. He throws it to first, and the Docs will get through here in the fourth inning. It was a traditional 1-2-3 inning. An error getting a runner on base, but a double play clearing them, and then a ground ball to finish it off. It's not 3 up, 3 down the same. No runs, no hits. One Doc Stewart error. Nobody left on base for the Titans. We're through 4 innings. Docs leading 3-0 against Willamette Valley as we go to the 5th on 541 Radio, WS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening.
Brought to you by Shelby and Migulena Construction. Breaking ball, hit down the third base line. That ball, the throw to first, not in time to get Johnson in safely. On the slow roller to third, Walker Wanham, I think, might have thought that ball was going to go fast. Just did not. That ball went right over the bag, and it took a while to get to him. And he does not get it out of the glove in time. Johnson, who gets on with his second single of the game. Leadoff man on base for the Doc Stewarts. Spencer trying to pick up his first hit of game 2. Spencer did have a single in game 1, was 1 for 2 with a walk and a single. On the mound, Hunter Brown throws over to first to check on Caden Johnson, who got back safely. Nobody out with 1 on. First pitch to 6. A great middle. It's going to be taken, bobbled by Betcher, and nobody will be bobbled away. The second baseman, Wyatt Sales, collected it in on the infield, but by the time he got to it, unable to make a play. Spencer will get on with the error, And to second base goes. The Docs have an opportunity to try and start stretching things out here against Willamette Valley and see if they could really put the pedal to the metal. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Doran Gillespie at the plate as the heart of the lineup will come up. First pitch swinging, he grounds one to short. It's bobbled by Bent. Throw to first. His throw in there just in time to get Gillespie, but he's only able to get the one with the bobble. That's all he was able to try. And will move up 90 feet, second and third for the Doc Stewarts with one out, and Jonathan Stone will try to drive in at least one. Jonathan Stone has had a nice night at the plate here in Game 2. A pair of doubles for him. One, he got a bit lucky. The second one, he drilled a hard ground ball down that third base side. And into the corner in left field. Got a single and ended up scoring the run. He does have an RBI as he takes the first pitch. A breaking ball for strike one. Breaking ball again from which has been working well for him. He gets a swing and a miss out of Stone. And Stone now 0-2 at the plate. Runners at second and third. Brown trying to get that big second out here. Breaking ball again. It's in the dirt this 1-2 count back behind the plate. Cade Chris knowing he is going to have to try and make sure nothing gets by him with runners on. And that breaking ball seems to be for Hunter Brown. Trying to throw it in the dirt to see if he can get Stone to chase it. Brown's pitch another breaking ball. That one high. Started up near the chin of Jonathan Stone. Cut down just above the shoulders. Count evens things up. At third base, Caden Johnson. Spencer Six at second. The 2-2 for Brown. Another breaking ball set off out in front of that pitch, but gets enough of it to stay alive. Updated the standings in Area 4. It's past at 5-5, now 3.5 games back. They are idle tonight. Docs are 5-6. They're 4 games back. 1-6, and Klamath Falls at 1-8. As a pitch in the dirt, the count will go full for Jonathan Stone. Did not get fooled into chasing that breaking ball in the dirt. Docs desperate to get a win here. Make sure they don't fall too far behind the league leader and not too far off position. The full count pitch to Stone is fouled third base side. Stone will be back at the plate to do it again. He has battled here against Hunter Brown, who has given a dose of breaking balls. What you run the risk of doing is if you start looking for the breaking ball, which seems to be a favorite pitch for Hunter Brown, you are susceptible to possible fastball that you just aren't looking for. So got to be heads up against a talented pitcher like Hunter Brown, who does have just to use against you here. 3-2 count for Jonathan Stone. He's got the 2 doubles, 2 for 2 at the plate. Looking to try and wrap another base hit here. The fastball, and he fouled base side to do it again. Stone has fouled off probably about a half dozen pitches in this at-bat. Up over 50 pitches in the game as he's here in the top of the 5th. Second and third. Again, the full count pitch to Stone. He gets underneath one, high in the air, out towards left field. That ball going back. It is deep, and it is foul. Got a lot of. I was just looking to wait for the reaction from everybody else. I could not tell where that ball was going. Sitting behind that chain link fence here and trying to watch that through a couple of different spots. It just tails into foul territory. Stone again, another 3-2 pitch. Doesn't chase the breaking in the dirt, and he will draw the walk as Stone will win the battle against Hunter Brown. Stone did not make that at-bat easy. Saw a lot of pitches extended. He'll take the first pitch and fouls it away for strike one. Jet has struggled with breaking ball tonight, but that can be said about a lot of hitters. Fouled off that first pitch, which was a fastball. He'll take a low for a 1-1 count. Bases are loaded with just one out here for the Doc Stewarts in the 5th inning, trying to add to a 3-0 lead over the Willamette Valley Titans here in the top of the 5th. Game 2 of a doubleheader. Hunter Brown, breath with the bases juiced, fires in. Another breaking ball, and that one's in for a strike against Jet. A ball and 2 strikes against him. Docs losing 10-0 in Game 1. It only took 5 innings. Game 2, they are trying to get a split. Jet reaches for one, pokes at third base. The throw goes to the plate. The tag is made for the double play, is on the bag at third. Walker Wanham fielded the tag at the plate, getting Caden Johnson. And the double play will finish it off for Willamette Valley. Good defense, helping them out. Finishes things here in the fifth. Docs threaten, but they cannot add to their lead. No runs on one hit. There was one Willamette Valley error, and there were left on base for the Doc Stewarts. Go to the bottom of the fifth. It's still 3-0. Docs in front as Drake Bourgeois retakes the mound on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490.
Season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. The water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the... Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Bottom of the fifth, Docs leading 3-0 against the Willamette Valley Titans. Drake Bourgeois, first pitch, breaking ball. It misses inside for a 1-0 count. Tonight's game brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? Fastball is high, a 2-0 count here for Burke. The shortstop, Caden Johnson, on a soft liner back in the second. That led things off in that second inning. Fastball at the knee for a strike as Bourgeois gets back into the at-bat here. Drake trying to keep Doc Stewart's in front. Fouls off another, or gets a foul ball from Isaiah Burke, and that'll make it a 2-2 count. Bottom of the Docs nearing a possible win on the road. It's a breaking ball. Strike three, got him looking. And Isaiah Burke will go for Drake Bourgeois. That's his fourth strikeout here in the ballgame. One down, Cade Christ will bat. Struck out back in the second. He'll take for ball one. Christ had the 3-run homer in the first. Christ had the 3-run homer in the first game, I should say. That one-run homer that made it a 10-run game and finished things for the Doc Stewarts with the mercy rule. Strike call, the 1-1 count. Things are cooling down here at the ball. No real facilities. For Cade Christ, who turns and goes, wow. He was not happy with that as he goes down looking. His second strikeout of the ballgame. 2 away, and we will head to Trey Nelson, the DH, looking to try and get something started as he fouls away the first pitch. He's the DH, batting for the starting pitcher, Hunter Brown. 3-0 lead for the Docs here in the breaking ball. Cuts in for a called strike. That had Nelson diving out of the way, and that ball back to the plate from the right-handed Schwa. And it found the strike zone. Another breaking ball fought off first base side. Bourgeois to the bag. The flip from Stone is there, and that'll get the Doc Stewarts through the fifth inning. 3 up, 3 down for Willamette Valley. And the Docs are still in front 3-0 as we go through 5 innings to the 6th. Docs will have Johnson and Van Norman due up when we return on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 14.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. The station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Got a quick correction for you. I think Doc's losing 3 straight in Area 4 play, but trying to get a split on the road against the Titans. First pitch to Johnson was fouled off. Now he gets a line drive. It gets over Betcher at short and into left field. Johnson will have his second single of the ball game. Any run will help. Obviously, we know what we saw out of the Titans into the doubleheader. It's a team that can smash the ball around the park, so any more runs they can will be appreciated for the pitching staff. Jay Stoffel at the plate. He is 1 for 2 at an RBI single his last time up. He will wait for the pickoff throw to first to check on Cody Johnson. He's back in safely. With that single there, Doc Stewart's up to 8 hit game. Brown checking first over his front shoulder. His pitch inside to Jay Stoffel. By Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 90 years, over 30 years, with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces. Strike called. Stoffel will have a 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes against Stoffel with 1 on and in the 6th inning. Docs had the bases loaded in the 5th and couldn't push across a run. They're trying to make up for it here. Over to first base. Cody Johnson with the head-first slide. More like he took 1 step and then just kind of falling to the bag. It's not an overly aggressive slide back to the bag. He takes a nice lead, though. A 1-2 delivery coming up for Stoffel. He gets underneath that pitch. Out towards the alley in right center. That might have a chance to drop in. No, Vidal fit. Tristan Vidal makes the catch. That ball tailing towards the alley, but Tristan Vidal has been proven to be a very adept out running underneath that one, covering a lot of ground to get to it. Vidal, a first-team Southwest Conference outfielder this spring. He's South Eugene Axe, and he makes the play there for the first out. 1 away. Back to first base went Cody Johnson. And up to bat will be Luke Van Norman. Van 1 in the game, a sac fly his last time up. Brown's first pitch off speed. Van Norman fouls it away. On. Back to first base will go Cody Johnson, who was running on the pitch. Heard an interesting stat about the season that Ted Williams hit above in the year. They didn't count sacrifice hits that year. Sacrifice flies, like what Luke Van Norman had back in the 4th inning. If you had included scoring the way it is now, his batting average would have gone from 406 to 411. Not that 400 was already interesting enough to get over 400. He would have been doing even better if the rules had been the same as they are today, as they were then. Or today as if they were then as they are today. Pitch high to Van Norman as we get back to today's ball game. 1-1 count for Van Norman. Had a double in game 1, a sing-back fly here in game 2. Cody Johnson at first after the leadoff single here in the 6th against Hunter Brown. Fouls that pitch off, gets up and over the backstop and out of play. A ball and 2 strikes against the 8-hitter for the Doc Stewarts. Van H in game 1, in left field here in game 2. Brown's 1-2 delivery. Look for the breaking ball. There it's fouled first base side by Van Norman. Van Norman, the lefty, one of only 2 in the lineup for the Doc Stewarts. Spencer 6 the other. Only 1 in the lineup for Willamette Valley. That's Zach Hart, who's at first base. And appears to be a traditional lefty, not a left-handed batter. Right-hand right is Isaiah Burke. He caught in game 1. Now he's in right field in game 2. Play on a ball right to him. Straight away right on that at-bat there for Van Norman, who's stroking the ball pretty well. He just happened to hit that one right to the 2 down, and Jacob Luther will try to get something going here for the Docs with a man on. Doc Stewart's leading 3-0 as we bring you the action here from John Young Field at the Hamlin Sports Complex. Top of the 6th, Docs on top 3-0. It was a shutout in game 1 for the Titans, blanking the Docs, who had not been shut out all season. Throw over to first base again to check on Cody Johnson. They are rather interested in what Cody Johnson is going to be doing over there at first. Johnson has had a number of throws come his direction. Brown's 0-1 pitch to Luther. Breaking ball high. Hitter in the batting lineup for the Doc Stewarts. 0 for 2 in the game. Struck out swinging his last time at the plate. Bats here with 2 outs, and Cody Johnson first. Brown's delivery, a breaking ball for a called strike. Doc Stewart's Baseball tonight brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union to Douglas County. Hunter Brown trying to finish it off against the 9-hitter, Jacob, and leave a man stranded at first. Docs have had a man stranded on base in every inning but the third. The 1-2 is low and out. Evens the count at 2-2 for Jacob Luther. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, and a man on at first for Luther. Brown taking his time getting the signal. Delivers the breaking ball, looped into shallow center field, and Luther will have his first hit of the evening. Luther on Edson up to second, and the top of the lineup coming back up for the Doc Stewarts as they look to try and make a 2-out rally. That'll bring up Caden Johnson, who is 2 for 3 in the contest. A pair for him has scored once, was the final out of the 5th inning on a double play. Bit of an untraditional double play, 5th. Bases were loaded. Wanham stepped on the bag at third, then threw home, and they tagged out Caden Johnson for the final out. Johnson, runners at first and second, and time called before the first pitch from Hunter Brown. Cody Johnson out at second. Jacob Luther. Blankets are out, sweatshirts are on. It's dropping in temperature here at John Young Field. First pitch, Johnson, foul. Caden Johnson, and now looking to drive in his older brother Cody Johnson from second. The 0-1 pitch to him is in the dirt. It gets backstop. That'll move everybody up 90 feet. Cody Johnson's going to try and score. No, he'll head back to third. The throw to third. Got him. Cody Johnson got a little bit extra aggressive on the wild pitch. Took a big turn at breaks on late. And then tried to get back to the bag, and he could not do so in time. Get there at third, and that will finish things off. Docs will leave 1 man on base. No runs on 2 hits. And we will go to the bottom of the 6th. Doc Stewart's leading 3-0 on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 54.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Doc still clinging to that 3-0 lead as well. Stand in to face Drake Bourgeois. His first pitch, foul tipped into the glove for strike 1. Doc Stewart's Baseball brought to you by Cruz Farms Market. Now open, don't forget the pie. The 0-1 pitch, and Sales will take a breaking ball for strike 2. It has been a very strong night on the mound tonight for Drake Bourgeois. The youngster continues to try and keep the Docs in this one. A ground ball side. Sales will stay alive. Docs hanging on to that 3-0 lead. Trying to get a split on the road against the Titans. Sales 0 for ground out back in the third. Stands back in. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He goes. 6th strikeout of the game for Drake Bourgeois. There is one away here in the bottom of the 6th. Aiden Bray, the 8-hitter, will stand in for one for him. He was strikeout victim number 3 for Drake Bourgeois in this ball game. First pitch, the breaking ball low. Starts out with the 1-0 count here against Bray, the left fielder. Jam, that ball in the air. Calling for it is Caden Johnson, the shortstop on the outfield grass, makes one step in to get underneath it and makes the catch number 2. 2 down, and Tristan Vidal will bat next. His 1-0 pitch, squaring to bunt. That one up and over the backstop and fouled away for strike 1. And the count will go to 1-2. Bourgeois strike away from getting through the 6th inning. Will give him the signal. The 1-2 misses with the breaking ball low. 2-2 count. Vidal will stand back in. Nobody on. 2 down here in the 6th. Another breaking ball. Strike 3. Got him. 11th of the night for Drake Bourgeois as he'll set down the side in order once again. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. It's on the night for Drake Bourgeois. Don't strike out when it comes to water for your home. Call More Well Drilling at 541-459-4039. We'll come back with the 7th. Docs looking to try and seal it up here. They lead 3-0 on 541 Radio. 1490 The Score.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they're facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in sports or activities.
Brown still out on the mound for the Titans as they get into the 7th inning. He'll face the top of the lineup for a 4th time. It's Caden Johnson at the plate. Johnson is 2 for 3. He was at the plate when the final out was made at third base. Older brother Cody Johnson picked off at third after he overran the bag. First pitch was fouled away. Second pitch misses. It's a 1-1 count. Was told I couldn't see it looking around the holding up the Cyclone fence here behind home as Johnson is going to ground one towards short. Bobbled by Betcher. He can't pick it up in time to make a play, and that'll be an error on the shortstop Bryce Betcher. Caden Johnson will get on to lead things here in the 7th inning. So back to that play that ended the top of the 6th for the Doc Stewarts. Cody Johnson took an aggressive turn around third on a wild pitch, put the brakes on, but as he was stopping to get back to the bag, that's what allowed the catcher, Cade Chris, to throw him out at third. Just in with the tag was Walker Wanham there at the bag. A strike against Spencer 6. So slipping in the grass here at the Hamlin Sports Complex, that's what caused Cody Johnson to get back late to the bag at third after taking an aggressive turn on a wild pitch that got by Chris. Chris took a second to locate the baseball, and that's what even gave Cody Johnson a thought of maybe trying to score. Spencer 6 gets behind a pitch towards center. That's going to drop in. It's picked up quickly by Vidal. And running for third, the ball got away, and in safely will go Caden Johnson. Vidal did a great quickly on one hop. and get it back in on the infield. Johnson was running first to third, and if that ball was caught, he was dead to rights at the bag. At third base, Walker Wanham couldn't hang on to it, and so Caden Johnson gets in at third. Into second base went Spencer Six on the throw after his. And the Doc Stewarts, with nobody out, have two runners in scoring position for Doran Gillespie. Gillespie is 3 in this contest. First pitch is high on a fastball for ball 1. Impressed by the way Vidal played that ball in center. The good defense almost worked out for nothing against the Titans. Gillespie's 2-0 pitch, got underneath it, high in the air, shallow center is Johnson. He's going to head to the plate, and he put the brakes on. The throw went by. The catch backing up the play was Hunter Brown. If Johnson had tried to score, he might have had a chance to come in, but the pop fly not deep enough from Gillespie. 1 out, and Jonathan Stone now will stand in to try and drive in a run, give the Docs a little bit of extra breathing room on top. 3-0 at the moment. Jonathan Stone at the plate, 2 for 2 with a pair of doubles, an RBI, a run scored, and a walk. For him, he swings through on the first pitch for strike 1. Hunter Brown up over 90 pitches by my count. A 1-1 on breaking ball, high for a 2-1 count. That ball coming in at Jonathan Stone, then breaking towards the plate, but stayed up. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fastball. Match turns and looks back to second base, and Jonathan Stone not going anywhere there. He's back to the bag. So Jet Black, a tough night here in game 2, is out on the infield. 2 down, and up next will be Cody Johnson, 2 for 3 tonight with a pair of singles. Stand in with 2 down, trying to add some more. Docs on top 5-0 in the 7th. First pitch is 1. Cody. They are going to intentionally walk Cody Johnson here. With a 2-0 count, they'll put him on. That'll bring up Jay Stoffel, who is 1 for 3 in this game. Stoffel with an RBI single back. So runners at first and second, it does give you more options to get that final out. First pitch, the breaking ball at the bottom of the strike zone for strike 1. Stoffel looking to try and bring in a couple more. Docs on top 5-0. Ground ball charging in is Betcher. He'll make the play. Throws to first, and it gets all the way into the Doc Stewart's dugout. That's out of play. Stone will come in to score. Head on with the throwing error will be Jay Stoffel. This time Betcher fields it cleanly, but he throws it wide of the bag to start this inning. And now he'll have his second of the frame. Another run in for the Docs. That's 3 here in the set, now 6-0. That would have been the final out of the 7th inning for the Titans. Now Luke Van Norman will bat. He foul tips the first pitch into the glove for strike 1. For the Docs with 2 down. Luke Van Norman is 1 for 2 in this game. Had an RBI sac fly in the 4th. With another pitch that high in the air out towards left field. Bray running, backing up underneath it. He will make the catch for the final out. Finish things off for the Doc Stewarts, but they get some insurance runs here in the 7th. 3 runs come in, and the Doc Stewarts lead 6-0 as we go to the bottom of this split on the road against the Willamette Valley Titans. We'll come back with the bottom of the 7th after this on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
values that lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
It's Bryce off in the bottom of the 7th for the Willamette Valley Titans against Drake Bourgeois, who's looking for a complete game victory for the Doc Stewarts, trying to snap a streak for the Docs and trying to get a big win against the league leader, Willamette Valley Titans. The 0-1 pitch to Betcher, a breaking ball is a little 1-1 count. Doc Stewarts Baseball tonight brought to you by Bimart. Score big at Bimart where you can get ready for your season for less. 1, 2, 3 hitters due up here in the 7th in. A single and an error for the Doc Stewarts will put a man into scoring position. But that breaks up the Drake Bourgeois. He had faced the minimum through 6 innings and a third. He needs a double play ball here to try and get it to stay at that. He could finish out getting 21 up, 21 down, but the no-hitter gone. The perfect game was gone after the error in the 4th, but the double play kept it at the. What a special night tonight for Drake Bourgeois. He got a meeting from Spencer Six, who came out and told him, hey, focus, there's still a win to get here. And now he'll try to do it. In the dirt, out at second base, putting on the brakes late. A throw by Spencer's out there. It's not in time. Zach Hart will go back to the bag. What a masterful performance for Drake Bourgeois here tonight. And he has still got work to do, though. In the lead for the Docs is another pitch in the dirt by Bourgeois. And the count goes to 2-0 for Walker Wanham. Wanham with a strikeout looking and a ground out to short. Out at second base is Zach Hart. Bourgeois' 2-0 pitch. That's up in the air. Down the first base side. Jonathan Stone lost it in the lights, but it'll get out of play. Didn't have a chance to get to it anyway. 2 balls and a strike here for the 3-hitter Walker Wanham. Docs in front 6-0. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Need 2 more to finish it up. That ball laced over the top of Jonathan Stone into right field. That'll drive in 1. Extra bases here for Wanham. He's rounding to second. He'll get in, stand. Back base hits for the Titans, driving in 1. 6-1 the score. There goes the shutout for the Docs, but they still carry big win against the Titans with 2 more outs. First pitch, a swing and a miss for Isaiah Burke. Oh, 0-1 count for Burke, and the pitch misses inside. 1 count. Bourgeois needing 2 more. Ground ball goes to short. Caden Johnson's throw to first is there in time. There's 2 down on the ground out by Burke. He finishes for 3 in this game, barring extra innings. 2 down. Up to third base went Walker Wanham. And Cade Christ, who homer in game 1, bats with 2 down and 1 on, and an 0 for 2 day for him right now. First pitch is low for ball 1. The run at third, not a big deal for the Doc Stewarts, leading 6-1 at the moment. This is on Christ here at the plate. His 1-0 pitch, fouled back off the handle. First strike 1. Bourgeois trying to finish it off here. Docs, this could be a big emotional win for him, heading into that Corvallis tournament starting on Thursday. 1-1, Bourgeois just misses high with his breaking ball. 2 balls and a strike. Bourgeois had 77 pitches in this game unofficially. That is a number. He misses low as the count goes to 3-1. I've not seen any action in the bullpen for the Doc Stewarts. Any pitching changes brought to you by Shelby and Migulena Construction, your local leaders for any project, big or small. 30 years of quality, affordable work. Call Shelby and Migulena or visit their website, webuildhouses.com. One pitch to Christ, and he'll take it for a strike. So Christ with the full count, down to his last strike with 2 outs and a man at third here in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch is low for ball 4, and that'll be the first walk issue by Bourgeois in this ball game. 8 strikeouts, just 1 walk. Bourgeois now with runners at first and third to deal with. 2 down. Doc's just 1 out away from getting this 6-1 victory at the moment. Next is Trey Nelson. Trey had a ground ball back to the mound for a 1-3 put out, and a ground ball to first for a 3-1 put out. First pitch a bit trying to send that one over the fence. And that is strike 1 against Nelson, the DH. And pitch, a breaking ball, high and inside. One delivery coming up. Bourgeois with runners on the corners. Breaking ball inside. Bourgeois falls behind. He's got a 2-1 count. Needing 1 more out. Fastball is in for a called strike. Nelson, check, want to go around on it. And that gets him to a 2-2 count. Bourgeois looking to end it. A swing and a miss, and that'll do it. Doc Stewarts will win Game 2 behind a gem of a performance from Drake Bourgeois. The youngster finishes it off with his out of the game. He finishes with a 2-hitter, winning 6-1 on top of the Willamette Valley Titans. A nice way to finish out tonight after the Docs got a in Game 1. They come back to win 6-1 in Game 2 to snap a 3-game losing streak and get back to 500 in league play. They hand the Willamette Valley Titans their second loss in league play, and the Doc Stewarts can go home and sleep a little better tonight, coming away with a split on the road here in Springfield. We'll go to the Roseburg Disposal post-game show, wrap it up for you, get a quick post-game show, and get back on the road home tonight as we have a day off tomorrow, and then back to Corvallis for the Mickey Riley Star Spangled Tournament starting on Thursday. Back after this on 541 Radio and on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Season is fine, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, it's 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. This dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
Friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Well, bounce back game for the Doc Stewarts in Game 2 of tonight's doubleheader. Welcome, everyone. Docs get a win in Game 2 behind a gem from Drake Bourgeois. The righty from Riddle High School nearly was perfect tonight. He ends up facing just 3 over the minimum, and he gives up in the ball game. He was, for all intents and purposes, he was perfect through 6 innings. He did give up a base runner on an error in the 4th, but a double play pretty much cleaned that off and allowed him to be facing just the minimum through 6 innings. Got the first out of the 7th before giving up his of the game to Zach Hart, a single to right. A double to Walker Wanham followed that, and that drove in the only run of the game for the Willamette Valley Titans here in the nightcap. Found out a walk. The only walk of the night for Bourgeois, and then a strikeout to finish it, his 9th strikeout of the night. And that would here in Game 2. And that comes after he was lights out a couple of games ago. The last time Drake Bourgeois on the mound, he was perfect through the first 4 innings of that game before he gave up his first hit. So Drake coming along for the Doc Stewarts. He had a great performance here in Game 2 of tonight's doubleheader as the Doc Stewarts get a 6-1 victory to snap a losing streak, get back to 500 in league play, and snap a 3-game winning streak for the Willamette Valley Titans. Docs will go to 6-6 in league play and put them 3 games behind Willamette Valley for first place in the Area 4. That's where they started the night. Docs got 1 2-out double by Jonathan Stone. They added 2 in the 4th inning on a single by Jay Stoffel and a sac fly by Luke Van Norman. And 3 runs in the 7th inning to add some insurance for the Doc Stewarts. 2 of those runs coming in on a double by Jonathan Stone, his 3rd double of the game. And Doc able to really... second error of the game, I believe, also scoring another run in second error in that Betcher, also scoring a run there in the 7th as the Doc Stewarts would get 3 in the 7th. The only run coming for Willamette Valley in the bottom of the 7th inning. The game recap brought to you by the News Review. And make sure to check out the News Review for coverage of Doc Stewarts baseball all season long. Getting the win is Drake Bourgeois, and taking the loss will be Hunter Brown. Doc Stewart runs 11 hits, 2 errors for the Docs, 1 run on 2 hits, and 3 errors for the Willamette Valley Titans. We'll go ahead and take a 2-minute break when we come back. Statistics, and we'll name our Joe's Towing Player of the Game. I'll give you one guess on who it might be. Back after this 2-minute break to wrap up the Roseburg Disposal postgame show on 541 Radio, WS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. The temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Hey, Drake. Are you running off? Okay, don't go. I want to talk to you after the game, okay? Or after my broadcast. With the Roseburg Disposal postgame show, Docs win Game 2, 6-1 to even up the series against the Willamette Valley Titans. These two teams will meet again in a week from now. Docs will be, a little less than a week. Docs will take on Willamette Monday at home, a league doubleheader for them there as they try to take the series with a sweep at Beejan Field. Taking a look at the numbers from this one here in Game 2 for Drake Bourgeois, the winning pitcher in Game 2. 7 innings work, gave a run, it was earned. 1 walk and 9 strikeouts as he throws a 2-hitter. Doesn't give up a hit until the 7th. Taking the losses, Hunter Brown, 7 innings work, gave up 11 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. For the offensive Stewarts, 2 for 4 for Caden Johnson with 2 runs scored, 1 for 4 for Spencer 6, 3 for 3 for Jonathan Stone with 3 doubles. He had 2 runs scored and 3 RBI. Black 0 for 4. Cody Johnson 2 for 3 with a run scored. 1 for 4 for Jay Stovall. 1 for 3 for Luke Van Norman with an RBI. And Jacob Luther 1 for 3 at the bottom of the lineup. On the other side for the Willamette Valley Titans, the 2 hits go to Zach Hart and to Walker Wanham, who finishes with a double and an RBI. It's time now to name our Joe's Towing Player of the Game for tonight's matchup. Game 2's Player of the Game is none other than Drake Bourgeois. He had a stellar night on the mound, following up another. His previous start was a strong one as well. Tonight he goes 6 innings without giving up a hit, 6 1/3 innings of hitless baseball, and Bourgeois, a great job on the mound tonight. And, boy, fun to watch him perform here this evening. Joe's Towing coming through in the clutch for you. That's Joe's Towing, your local towing professionals. We'll wrap it up there, folks, as we want to make sure we catch the team before they head out of town here tonight. So we will say goodnight to you. I want to say thanks to the Willamette Valley Titans hosting us here tonight. Thanks to head coach Jeremiah Robbins and the entire Roseburg American Legion baseball program for allowing us to bring you another season of Doc Stewart's baseball here on 1490 The Score. Want to say thanks to Cruz Ibanez back in the studio for the production work tonight. Thanks to Josh Nelson for helping out with the video production tonight. We apologize for all the video issues we've been having. We will try to get it right in time for the tournament coming up in Corvallis on Thursday. As always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Keyran. We will talk to you guys on Thursday when the Doc Stewarts begin play in the Mickey Riley Star-Spangled Tournament in Corvallis. It's game 1 of the 4-day tournament there. They take on the Eastside Cutters at 1 o'clock. Our pregame coverage will start at 12:45. You can catch the action on 541radio.com, where you can watch the game for free, and right here on Douglas County's home for sports, CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.